Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are all around the world. I'm Kay and I'm back with another video, of course, to speak of the issues concerning the Ivory Coast. And I want to let you guys know, the ones, at least the ones who care, why this up and coming election in the Ivory Coast is a threat to democracy. Although the elections are a vital process for appointing candidates, they can sometimes lead to instability and pose a threat to the democracy. And this is why each side may have its own interpretation of the truth, but the facts remain. The objectivity and the impartiality in applying the rule of law serve as the foundation of justice. The Supreme Court's decision on December 12, 2000 was a pivotal in concluding the Florida vote recount amidst the presidential election contest between A.R. Gore and Judge W. Bush. Election denialism is a growing issue in the U.S. politics, with increasingly radical positions on both the right and the left, turning the attention from the United States to the Ivory Coast, a small African country that gained its independence from France in the 1960s. This nation has experienced contested elections, coups d'etats, and civil wars. President Alassane Ouattara is the problem and not the solution. Ouattara's political career began in 1993 when he attempted to bypass the constitutional protocols after President Félix Houphouët-Boigny's death. His early 2000 candidacy was rejected due to nationality doubts, leading to the Northern Charter. Following a failed coup d'etat in 2002 and a subsequent rebellion, he became president in 2010 after the French forces helped overthrow Gbagbo's presidency. In 2020, Ouattara secured an unconstitutional third term by suppressing opposition and protest. The disputed 2010 presidential election, the misleading game of confusion, understanding the legal framework of the electoral process is crucial for evaluating Côte d'Ivoire's 2010 and 2011 events. The Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, submits provisional results to the Constitutional Council, which is the CC, which officially declared the presidential election outcome. The main contenders were incumbent President Laurent Gbagbo and challenger Alassane Ouattara, who was supported by the rebel forces. Let us review the final steps in the declaration of the election results. On Thursday, December 2nd, 2010, Mr. Youssef, president of IEC, announced the election results. Ouattara 54.1%, Gbagbo 45.9%. At the Gulf Hotel, which was the headquarters of candidate Alassane Ouattara. These provisional results were broadcast as the result recognized by the international community. On Friday, December 3rd, 2010, Mr. Yao, president of the CC, announced the final results with 51.45% for Laurent Gbagbo and 48.55% for Alassane Ouattara. The international community recognizes Ouattara as the president-elect based on provisional results, while the Constitutional Council declares Gbagbo as president-elect. President Gbagbo's political struggle led to the emergence of multipartyism and democracy in the Côte d'Ivoire, achieved through the mass mobilization and protest rather than violence. He consistently adheres to legal principles within both political and civil sectors. Wrongfully removed from the presidency and accused of crimes against humanity, he was tried by the International Court, which is the ICC, and acquitted in March 2021, as we all know. He is the president the presidential candidate of his political party, PPACI, advocating for peace and shared prosperity and national reconciliation. Crisis stem from not adhering to established laws of self-interest. Why would the international community engage in such risky actions in a divided country already? A country already weakened by rebellion? President-elect Laurent Gbagbo requests a vote recount under the international supervision, which was rejected by Alassane Ouattara with the backing from the international community. This led to political, diplomatic, and military pressure on Gbagbo, resulting in the 2010 through 2011 post-election crisis. The looming October 2025 presidential election. The administration of President Ouattara has declined to engage with the opposition parties regarding electoral reforms and audits of voter registration. Additionally, President Ouattara has excluded prominent figures such as Laurent Gbagbo and Thiam from the voters list, thereby obstructing their ability to run for office. These actions have contributed to the heightened political tension and pervasive social injustice, creating a risk for potential social unrest. Nations continually face threats from disruptive forces that have potential to undermine both established and fragile democratic institutions. It is imperative for citizens and communities to stay actively engaged and vigilant to protect and uphold the democratic principles. So this is why this up-and-coming election in October 2025 is a threat to democracy. And it's so obvious that everything is all orchestrated by the French powers and the colonial powers. They use Alassane Ouattara as a pawn to extract the natural resources of the Ivory Coast and to control the minerals and everything of the Ivory Coast, and of course all the other African countries that they've colonized. And we really need to take control and be aware.